guys, it's Lolo. Welcome to this week's installment of Lori's Kitchen. So for those of you who haven't been here before, Lori's Kitchen does not refer to me, it refers to my mom, who left behind just a plethora of recipes and hostess ideas and things like that when she passed a little bit over a year ago. So my daughter and I have been going through recipes and deciding which things we're going to share with people. And this week's is Beau monde bread, which it's a very rich, cheesy, buttery, spicy bread that goes great with, like, if you're serving something lighter. So if you have like a lighter soup or you have a salad or something like that, this Beau monde bread is just really hearty and it goes with it. It serves a lot because it's one of those things that people aren't going to take several pieces because it's rich. So I have a regular French bread here. But before we get started, let me explain my apron. So I realized as I was reflecting on some of my mom's things and thinking about when she came and brought things and, you know, what we might want to share, that every time she came to my house and she was going to help with a meal or for a party or whatever, she was always like, "Where's the apron? I need an apron. How come you don't wear an apron?" So I thought, I am going to be remiss if I keep doing these shows and I don't have an apron on. She's going to be looking down and going, "Put on your darn apron, Lori." So I am wearing an apron today, and this one does say Queen of Everything. I got this from my friend Tammy, who made this specially for me a few years ago when we were doing a brunch at work. So I will now wear my apron for these shows, and if I forget, please someone let me know, because like I said, Mom would not be happy. So to do your Beau monde bread, you're starting with just a nice loaf of Italian bread. And what you're going to do first, and I've already done it though, is you're going to go and you're going to make slices. And I would say those are like about 1 inch. And you're going to slice, and you're not going to slice all the way through the bottom. So when you slice, leave the bottom attached, because that's going to help when it bakes and to keep it all together and all that stuff. So you slice your bread into these 1 inch slices, not all the way through. And then the next thing you do, excuse me one moment, I left it over here. Is you're going to take Swiss cheese, and you're going to take a half a slice of Swiss cheese, and you're going to put it in between each of these little slices. So let me get this on camera. I'm taking a half a piece and I'm setting it in that slit, and I'm going to do that to get them all with a piece of Swiss in there. And then what I like to do is just go back through, and I like to make sure the Swiss is all the way in the slice. So I just kind of tuck in corners so that you've got, when you look at the Beau monde bread, it's nice and flat on the top, but you've got the cheese right in there. So you put those in, just get a couple more. And you're gonna, for this recipe, you're gonna need a half a cup of butter softened. So that is 2 sticks. And I've got mine in a bowl right here. Oh, and if you're wondering how I have kept the cats off the counter, let me just show you quickly. We have had to put up a baby gate in our window. Yes, a baby gate. Because if we don't, they just come right from the couch and they come in the window. So yeah, that's how the cats are off of the counter now. They're not happy, but I am. So just a couple more slices here. And the nice thing about this recipe as well, and one of the reasons my mom liked to make it, is if she was making a big pot of soup, say for a party. I'm just going through, here you go. And I'm just tucking in the last couple slices just so it's flat. You can make this bread. You can do what I'm doing here, and then you can freeze it before you bake it. So, or if it's just going to be a day or two, you can put it in the fridge. So if my mom was having a big party, she could make several loaves of this and keep it in the refrigerator until 30 minutes before she needed to serve it. So that's really nice. So now you're going to make the sauce, the topping. And so you start out with those 2 cups of softened butter, and I've, you know, just kind of spread it around, got it real soft. And we're going to add a few ingredients. So first, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of, I have dried chopped onions. You can grate some onions, whatever works for you. You don't want to use onion powder because you do want the consistency of a little onion in there. So I use these dried chopped onions, which works great. I'm going to put in a tablespoon, or am I going to do two? Just a moment. Yep, a tablespoon of poppy seeds. I got my camera a little messed up there. There we go. Tablespoon of poppy seeds. A tablespoon of just regular everyday yellow mustard. Good. And then I'm just going to do about a half to a whole teaspoon of the Beau seasoning, which is a seasoning that has like onion and celery root and I'm trying to think salt in it. So it's kind of a seasoning blend. Okay. And I'm just gonna mix this all up together. This is quite an easy recipe too. People think you've spent, a long time, but it's one of those easy things that leave a nice impression, which I think is one of the reasons she used to like to make this one. So now I'm gonna take this, and I have my bread loaf here, and I'm gonna take this softened butter mixture, and I'm spreading it all on the top. And so what's going to happen when I bake this is this top is going to get nice and crusty, and all of this butter and seasoning is going to mix up with the Swiss cheese in here. And I'm not kidding you guys, it's just a really, really rich, nice bread. And like I said, it's not something you want to serve if you're making heavier stuff to go with it. But I've used it before if you're going to do a big salad or a lighter soup, or even if you're going to do, something grilled, like a salmon or a chicken or something lighter, maybe with veggies, and then I add this. So I've got all that on the top. And then what you do with the aluminum foil, make sure you guys can see this, is you bring it up about 3/4 of the way around the bread. You're making like a little boat. Oh, the kitties are now climbing the baby gate, trying to get over because they apparently like the smell of Beau bread. So you just make a little boat all the way around here. Kitty, that is not acceptable. This is new. He's made it all the way to the top. Let me show you. Kitty, is that? No. Kitty. Kitty, that is not proper behavior. Get down. No, 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 no. Tango, that is not nice. I don't even know what to say. I think he's gonna go back down. I don't even know, you guys. Yep, he did. He went back over. Okay. So, I just made this little boat around here. I'm gonna put it in the oven for 30 minutes, and I promise you, it's gonna smell good. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be a big hit. Give it a try. Always wear an apron so you don't ruin your clothes. That's from my mom, from Lori. She'd be happy I told you that. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll post a picture of the finished product and I will post the recipe later. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.